Hello, Henry from Belgium here. Today, no in-depth review of a specific set like I usually do, but something else that's really fun. I'm taking you behind the scenes to show you some fantastic LEGO finds I've come across recently. These are sets I haven't fully checked yet, but that already look very promising at first glance. Some are nearly complete, others will be quite a puzzle, but each and every one of them is a little gem. One of the absolute highlights I picked up recently is set 6394, the Metro Park and Service Tower. I bought the set through a second-hand website from people who were clearing out their attic. They had found the set in a box and wanted to sell it. The price was very fair, and I didn't hesitate for a second. The box and the manual were missing, unfortunately. But almost miraculously, I managed to find both on Bricklink from a seller abroad. I even managed to get a nice package deal, including some other parts I needed, so that worked out perfectly. When I saw the parts, I recognized the set immediately. The two base plates, the iconic red, yellow, and white color scheme, the shell branding, and a few distinct pieces jumped out right away. Some parts were still partially built, others were loose. Everything had been thrown together, probably stored for 30 years or so. But honestly, that just makes a find like this even more fun. It's like opening a time capsule. I didn't have this set as a kid, but it was definitely on my wish list. In 1988, it was a pretty expensive set, and as many of you might imagine, you couldn't just get everything you wanted as a kid. I already had a decent amount of LEGO back then, but this set really stood out in the town line. Finally, having it in my collection now is something special. The set contains 620 pieces, including 6 minifigures. At first glance, it looks fairly complete, though of course, some small parts will probably be missing. That's almost inevitable after all these years. Luckily, the set mostly uses standard bricks, so I can probably replace anything that's missing from my own stock. What I'm especially hoping for is that the original stickers are still present. The printed bricks are also very important, because they really define the character of the set. I can already see the car wash elements, which were introduced specifically for this set in 1988, so that's a good sign. My plan is to clean everything thoroughly. Then I'll whiten the yellowed white bricks to bring them back to their original brightness. I use a special product and sunlight for that. I definitely want to keep the original stickers. I don't use replacements. If something is missing, I'd rather hunt for the original parts with the correct stickers on Bricklink. The set was released in 1988 and was one of the largest town sets at the time. It's part of the Shops and Services sub-theme, and was really the centerpiece that year. Alongside a few other service-based sets, it formed the heart of a LEGO town back in the day. What I love about it, this set has everything: cars, a lift, a car wash. It really feels like a mini city in a box. I'm really looking forward to restoring this set, cleaning it properly, and rebuilding it piece by piece. And once it's complete, I'll definitely make a full review to show it off in all its glory. I honestly can't wait. The next find is another major one. I came across a box, and I was pretty sure right away that it was the legendary Caribbean Clipper. And for me personally, that's a very special set. I found it through another online seller. Another attic cleanout, it seemed. Everything was thrown together in a box, no guarantee of completeness, no original box, but with the manual and also at a great price. The sellers didn't really know the value, but they weren't too bothered about that. They were just happy it was going to someone who'd appreciate it. What made me immediately suspect it was the Caribbean Clipper were the large brown hull parts, and of course, those iconic blue and white sails. Everything is loose in the box, but at first glance, the condition seems quite good. I don't see any major damage, and the sails, which are often yellowed or torn, look surprisingly nice. The minifigs are there too, along with plenty of small details. It really looks like most of the original set is present. This set is particularly special to me because I owned it when I was 10 years old. It was the crown jewel of my collection back then. I spent hours playing with it, making up pirate adventures. Seeing it again now, even as a pile of parts, feels very nostalgic. I do expect some parts to be missing. Those are the breaks with these kinds of finds, but hopefully they'll just be small pieces. And with a bit of luck, I can fill in the gaps with parts from my own collection. I'm going to sort everything by color. Then I'll go through the minifigs one by one, and of course I'll be checking the part list on Bricklink. Brick by brick, I want to compare and verify everything. It's quite a task, but I genuinely enjoy that process. I want the set to be accurate, historically correct, and look like new again. That takes time, but it has to be done right. What I'm really hoping for is that all the minifigs are complete and intact. 1989 was the first year LEGO moved away from the classic smiley face. Suddenly, minifigs had mustaches, beards, facial expressions, and the one in this set is a great example of that shift. And of course, I hope I'll find parts like the anchor, the treasure map tile, the yellow parrot, and all those great little accessories. If I manage to complete the set, I'll definitely make a full review about it later. But first, sort, clean, and rebuild. I honestly can't wait. This third find came from yet another seller. Once again, someone clearing out his attic. And what I discovered there is a real treasure trove for fans of classic LEGO Castle. There's all kinds of stuff in this lot, but what stands out most to me are the minifigures. I spotted figures from the Forestman series, as well as classic castle figures from the late 70s. There are tons of castle-related parts, wand panels, special bricks, helmets, shields, horse accessories. Really a lot of variety. And strangely enough, the figures are still in great condition. What makes this find so special to me is the nostalgia. A lot of the parts and figures in this lot are ones I had as a kid. Some of them I recognized instantly. They brought back memories of how I used to play with those sets. Once again, I'm going to sort everything piece by piece and do some research. Thankfully, Bricklink offers a wealth of information, so I'll be comparing and identifying as I go. And there's something else that makes this find even more special. There are original instruction manuals included, especially the one from set 383, Knight's Joust. That's a true classic. And it's in good condition, which you don't see too often with sets that old. I'm also hoping to find some weapons and fun accessories in there. This find isn't just valuable, it's an absolute joy to dig into. And then there's this one, and honestly, I was kind of amazed when I found it. It's set 6982, the Explorien Starship, a real showstopper from the LEGO space theme of the 1990s. I found this set at a garage sale, and the special thing is, I have it with the original box and manual. Unfortunately, the plastic tray inside is missing. A find like this is incredibly rare on a garage sale. What really drew me in was the sheer size of the box. It's huge. I don't think I had a LEGO box that big before. I'm not specifically collecting space sets, but I just couldn't pass this one up, especially not at the price I paid. The set includes 662 parts, so it's definitely a major build. Of course, I still need to check everything properly. There are a lot of white parts, and they'll all need a good clean. First impressions are good though. The parts seem to be in nice shape. My goal is to fully clean and restore this set. I want to get the white bricks bright again and bring everything back to life. This is the kind of set that makes a perfect display piece, just because of its scale alone. And yes, I'll definitely make a full review once it's done. Over the coming weeks, I'll be checking each of these sets in detail, cleaning, restoring, and rebuilding them. Maybe you've owned one of these yourself, or you know of some interesting facts, feel free to share in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe, it's free. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.